Okay guys, so here's something that you need to know if you become a professional artist. You will always, without fail, have to carve the pumpkin come Halloween time each year. And you know, that's fine. I enjoy carving pumpkins. It's fun, it's creative, but you know, it's just a lot of pressure. I can't handle the pressure! What's good, everybody? My name is Modi, this is ModiMakes, and today we're gonna be continuing our Halloween video trend, and I will be showing you guys how to carve an impressive pumpkin like a pro. You like that consonants right there? I always like to make my pumpkins fun or goofy or some sort of reference to something because I think it's a little more unique than your generic jack-o'-lanterns, and that's just kind of my personality. I'm one wild and crazy dude. We like to have fun here. This year I thought I'd try to do something more interesting than my normal vector type illustration carvings, because let's face it, I'm making a video for YouTube here and I need something for the thumbnail to get them clicks. You needy pieces of ish. Plus I've never tried to do more of like a sculpture type pumpkin carving versus a flat image, and it sounds pretty fun, no lie. So this year I thought I'd try to whip me up a chain chomp out of this here pumpkin, turning trash into treasure. It's just what I do, people. And without further ado, you know what time it is. Let's get into it. I picked me up one of them's ultimate party carving kits while I was at the store getting the pumpkins. And this one comes with what I can only assume to be a generic crayon, which I think is just for transferring on your pattern and such. So I'm gonna see how well that works for me. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna use my trusty dusty marker anyways. Bobby Duke says it's the way to go. You can even erase it with acetone if you need to. But before I get to transferring any patterns over or anything, I actually have a lot of work cut out for me just preparing the pumpkin. I need to get this bad boy to be a little bit more spherical than it is right now and kind of plan out my approach to this. So I'm going to start off by just using this potato peeler to get the skin off. And my thought process here is that I'm going to get rid of the stem, and that's where I'm going to be putting the cap for the chain and having the chain come out, and then on this side here I'll be able to cut out the mouth. I need to get my bowl set up. I gotta say, this is a little more difficult than I expected. There's definitely a non-zero chance that I'm gonna end up cutting my hand doing this. This guy has blockers on it, so the ridges of this pumpkin make it so it doesn't want to make contact. So I got some other things that I'm going to try out. I went to the art store and I picked up some sculpture tools just to make this a little easier for me. Much better. Not as smooth, but much better. And I think I'm gonna leave the skin intact on the base, just so it has good ground contact coverage. Look at the floor of my studio. I'm just destroying this place. Okay, so that's decently good right there. Now it just comes the actual shaping of it into a sphere. It's a pumpkin. People will still get it even if it's not a perfect sphere. So now it's time to get to putting down our lines to actually make the cuts on here. You know, I'm pretty not confident that this crayon will be able to work at all. Yeah, no. Nope. That ain't gonna work. I think I'm honestly just gonna rough it in with a knife. So, just gonna kinda have to freehand it. Alright, so I got the rough shape in there, so now I'm just gonna start out by chipping away some extra area. kind of got this cool creepy eyeball thing going right now, which could have been something I could have done to make this a lot easier for me. So I got a decent chunk taken out from where I think the mouth is gonna lie. But before I go too far with that, I need to figure out where the teeth are gonna be. So our good old sketching knife comes back out. With that done, it is time to finally pull out one of our pumpkin carving tools that I actually picked up for this. And I love it. So my thought process right now is that I might leave in the guts just to give it an extra creepy little stringy look. Ugh, that is real juicy. But I'm not sure, so you know, leave your opinion down in the comments and it will definitely affect my past decisions. I will channel the energy of you guys yelling at me in the comments and understand which way to go about it. But what I do need to do right now is I need to get more of a solid straight edge around the mouth here and then flatten out the teeth a little bit just to give them more of that classic Mario 64-bit look. Now it's time to set up the eyeballs, and to do this, I'm going to use this funnel as a reference. Rinse and repeat. Let me lift you guys up so you can kind of see the eyes a little bit better. There you go. Can you guys see him? He looks pretty happy right now. Cool, so now that all this is pretty much good to go, my next move that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be covering this guy in matte medium. I'm doing that because I am gonna be painting this piece just to make it look even more like a chain chomp. But the idea is though that if I cover this in matte medium, it actually should help preserve it for a little while longer, because that way, you know, it'll stop it from decaying and it'll stop it from getting mold and stuff on it. So I think it'll be kind of be a win-win, but I honestly have no idea how well matte medium is gonna take to this surface. So we'll see how it goes. I'll just let that dry, and then once it is, I should be good to go for painting. Catch you then. Well, it seems like the matte medium hasn't taken super well to the pumpkin, which I kind of figured was going to be the situation, but there's nothing doing for it now. Hopefully, I'll be able to cover up all the remaining white areas with the paint, so let's hope that that works out. So it's the next day, and we only have a couple more things to do, so we're getting pretty close to being finished now. The first thing we gotta do here is I need to figure out how to attach the chain. And I'm thinking, so if you guys remember how the chain chomps look, they have kind of like a chain cap that goes inside of the chain chomp here. And I'm trying to keep this as much of just a pumpkin carving as possible. I'm thinking that I'll be able to use the pumpkin to kind of pull this off. How I'm gonna do that is by carving out the back section here and lifting it out, and then I'll paint it and set it in place and hopefully be able to use the stem to attach the chain to. Saw time! I'm gonna attempt to file this stem down into a kind of half chain shape so that I can have that be the connecting chain point to the chain cap here. That's gonna take way too long. New plan. I'm going to start off by using this screwdriver like a wood chisel to get the rough shape, and then I'm gonna come in with the file and probably some other tools to get the final shape of the chain. Dang it. My light refuses to stay in place right now. So that's about the right size and shape that I want it to be. What I'm gonna do now is I need to cut a section off so that I can fit the chain into it and then reseal that section back up. So I'm just gonna cut into this top part here, and then I'm gonna use some epoxy putty, and I'm gonna seal it off with that and let that dry, and then we can get to painting it. I was worried about this. It really doesn't want to stick because it's wet. I think I may have found a solution. I just took 2 pieces of a bamboo skewer and stuck them in there. Hopefully now I can use those to attach the epoxy putty on there. There we go, and that rounds out the corners a little bit for me. Now we just gotta wait for this bad boy to dry, and then we can get to painting. So since that's gonna take a while to dry, I'm gonna start working on the eyes. This is gross work. But they are ready to be painted and good to go, but I gotta wash my hands first. Nom 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 nom. Time to take this out to the spray booth. Sorry about the lighting situation here. I don't have any lights in this booth, but this is where I get to do my spray painting when I'm at the studio. We are coming so close to bringing our child to life. Yes, so close. Do not worry. Soon you will be with me. Back in the spray booth, my son. The first step to making you into a real boy will be adding your innards. So I shall be taking this red spray paint and spraying it inside of your mouth. This will hopefully, I can't keep doing that voice. This will hopefully not only give us the red color that does show up on the inside of Chain Chomps, but it should also seal up some of the inside guts from, you know, decaying and getting mold and stuff like that. So this should help keep it together a little bit better. And it's the added benefit of giving him some bloody teeth. Oh boy. Realistically, you should never ever get to that close to what you're spraying, but I didn't really have a choice on this one. Do what I say, not what I do. Ew. Rawr. There is but one thing left to do to bestow life upon my creation. Oh, wait. Jeez. I really took the wind out of my sails. We must give him bubbles. With that all said and done, the piece is finished. But before we get into the final shots, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome to have people checking out my pieces. And let me know what you guys thought about the pumpkin down in the comments. It's definitely a goofy pumpkin, but like I said in the intro, that's kind of the way that I like to go. And if you guys liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. I really appreciate it if you do. And without further ado, let's get into the final shots.